Yo, what is up, dudes? Well, it must be Monday, because here we are with another guitar of the week. And this week we are featuring a brand I've had on here before, but this is, I believe, one of the more expensive ones in the lineup, and probably the most, I think they're calling it the most versatile guitar in their nearly 20-year history. Any guesses? Anything? I speak, of course, of this brand. I think you're looking at the back. This brand. You're gonna have to wait just a few seconds longer to find out what this is. I have to uncase this. It came in a nondescript box with a case. Nice case though. All right, I'm unbuckling it. All fears, all questions will be answered. All fears will be allayed. Oh wow, that's actually nicer than. Oh, okay. Oh, nice. Oh wait, yeah, you're not seeing it. Okay, you ready for this? Oh. Yoink. Look at that. I don't know if you're probably looking at the back of the case over here. Let me pull this case down. Get this off here so you can actually see the guitar. Right there. Oh, isn't that nice? Very light, as you would expect, because it appears to be, at the very least, a semi-hollow body, if not a hollow body. Oh, look at that. Yeah, very nice. And I don't know if you can see it here, but beautiful flame maple binding on both the body and the neck. Can you see that? Oh yeah, they're coming through there a little bit. Maybe even the headstock a little bit. Sure. Oh, sure. Nice. Never had a semi-hollow style PRS here. This is an SE, of course, as it says on the headstock right there. But this has a piezo pickup in it. It's a little bit different sound. We should be able to go to that clean patch and get some pretty decent sort of acoustic-ish kind of sounds. And I believe it has a stereo. Yeah. It's got like multiple outputs. So you can choose either, there's probably a mix and one that's just the piezo. So that you can split it off and run that piezo to an acoustic amp or a DI box. And the, the other output to a guitar amplifier. So it's a very, very versatile setup. All right, you know the drill. I have to tune it up, plug it in. We will check it out. I will see you in a sec. All right, we are back. What is up? We are back with this killer guitar. I have to say that it really is quite the fancy schmancy. There you are. Really, really nice. Hold on, let me just turn on. There's something on there. Hold on. Right there. And it took me a little bit to figure out the controls, but I got it. Because it has two independent pickup systems. It's got the regular magnetic pickup system and then a full piezo system as well, which we can get into. You don't really use the piezo with the distortion all that much. I mean, you can, but Piezo is a very scooped sound. You're missing a lot of the, sound of the string. But for acoustic, it sounds amazing. It makes it sound like an acoustic, which is, inherently sort of a scoop sound anyway. So, no, it's been, a lot of fun to tune up and get ready to show off here. It is nice. All right, specs. Let's get to the specs. Spec holders. We love the specs. Here we go. The official title of this is the PRS Paul Reed Smith. Now that feels redundant. The PRS Paul Reed Smith SE Hollow Body 2 Piezo. With case, as you saw the case earlier. This is an Orange Tiger Smoke Burst, which I have to say is just really, really good looking. It's like a really, really good looking finish here. It is also available in a peacock blue. Let's get to the specs here. Okay, specs. Top wood is a 5-ply laminated maple. The top veneer is a figured maple. The middle wood, the center wood apparently, is mahogany, and then the back wood, makes sense, is a laminated maple with a figured maple back veneer. 22 frets, 25-inch scale length. It is a mahogany neck with an ebony fingerboard. The neck shape is wide, fat, but I gotta say, I didn't think this neck was, compared to other guitars I've played, it wasn't particularly wide or particularly fat. I mean, I could it does feel a little bit wider, maybe up in this region, but for the most part, I thought it was, quite frankly, kind of a comfortable neck. And certainly I've played many guitars that have felt like chunkier necks than this one. The fretboard inlays are old school birds. I don't say what they are, but they look like abalone to me. Bridge is a PRS adjustable stoptail piezo bridge. They are PRS designed tuners, which I thought were very nice. Let me see if I can get it in this camera over here. They're not locking, but they're very smooth, and they seem to be fairly high ratio. And it has a nice wide tuning button that, believe it or not, really does help, with the tuning. Hardware type is nickel. Treble pickup is the PRS 5815S. The bass pickup is the PRS 15S. The controls are a magnetic volume, a piezo volume, a tone control, and a 3-way toggle pickup selector. Comes with a hard shell case, and it is strung with 10 through 46. Now, for you wondering at home, this is your magnetic volume, and this is your piezo volume. So, I would turn the volume all the way down, and I'd still get volume. What? This is the piezo volume. So I turn this down, nothing. There's the pickup, the magnetic pickup, and there's the piezo, which adds more. You can hear it kicking in, without a doubt. All right, let's check these pickups out a little bit here. Hold on, here we go. This is just the magnetic pickup. And just so you know, it does have a separate output jack just for the piezo. Let's do both magnetic pickups. I here comes that quack that you get. Versus, you know, much more twangy, much more quacky. I have that piezo all the way down. Turn the piezo in. You can hear more treble. And a little bit more bass versus more mids, which is where magnetic pickups shine, right? And here it's just the neck. I can bring that piezo in. You can hear the bass increase and the treble. Right, versus this. Versus. Very different. All right, let's go clean because I think we're going to really hear the piezo a lot better. So this is just the magnetic pickup. Piezo's off. This is the bridge. Start to bring that piezo in a little bit. Here the piezo is in all the way up. You can always hear that. It does sound more acoustic-y. And definitely more scooped. Again, there's the piezo off. You're like, what happened to my tone, right? Versus piezo. I'm going to turn the magnetic pickup off. This is just piezo. Of course, it doesn't matter what pickup selector we put on because the magnetic pickups are off, you know. No, sounds great. All right, I'm bringing the magnetic pickup back on. This is both pickups. Piezo's off. Just the two magnetic pickups. Piezo in. And here's the piezo all the way up. piezo off, just the neck pickup. Well, you really do miss the low and high from the, right, it's a narrower frequency band. Or it's just that the mids balance out the rest, so you don't. Bring that piezo in a little bit. Brighter, more clarity. And then here's the piezo all the way up. I could turn the magnetics off, but it's no different than when I turn the magnetics off with the, on the treble pickup. The difference is I'm just cutting out the neck instead of cutting out the bridge. But either way, there's no magnetic pickup playing. It's just all piezo. And here I am with the neck pickup fully on and the piezo fully on. Hell yeah. Absolutely. All right. Piezo off. Bridge pickup on. We'll try our behave lead. This is like more of our traditional Marshall. Here's the neck. This up a little bit. It's a loud guitar because of the hollow body, or at the very least, semi-hollow body. I'm surprised how much I like this neck. Because wide fat those are two terms that I don't care for when it comes to guitar necks. It's I tend to like them a little bit more narrow and, quite frankly, a little on the thinner side. We'll turn the piezo on. This is just piezo. You see, you start to lose definition when the distortion's running, which is why the magnetics are so much better, So much better. But, you could see it, like, supplementing. Here they are both on. This is just the magnetic snow. Oh, you know, we could do just piezo. Yeah, it's not a little mushy. It's really not the tone for it, but you know, mixed with the other. I think for distortion, magnetics are the better way. Okay, dual heavy rig, sure. So that piezo on. Again, a little too. I bring that back down a little bit. So it adds more, but it almost gets a little too boomy. Versus. This with the piezo on. Yeah, it really does sound too much like an acoustic. But, you know, with heavy distortion. I'm going to turn the magnetics off. Piezo all the way up. Yeah, you're missing so much of that mid. Alright, just reversed. Piezo all the way up and magnetics all the way up. Yeah, it's just so many more mids. It's hard to compete with that on the piezo side. But for cleans, it's really good. All right, we're back to where we started, our Brit 87. Just try this volume tone knob. That's the tone knob all the way down. And there it is back up again. Hell yeah. Nice. Nice, and I think it's looks like a rosewood veneer on the headstock, quite sporting. The guitar feels and plays like super premium, without a doubt. You know, this is like one of their flagship models, you know, with all the punch ups between the flame maple, you know, and all that. It's all the accoutrements one would expect from a premium build. You know, it's all there. The finest master craftsman. Yeah, real nice. The PRS Paul Reed Smith. It's from the redundant Department of Redundancy. The PRS Paul Reed Smith SE Hollow Body 2 Piezo with case is the guitar of the week. And like every guitar of the week, there will be a link in the description for specs I might have missed, pricing, availability, anything I may not have covered. All right, there you have it. As always, thanks so much for hanging out, and rock on.